Good morning. Happy Friday. Week 36 for me of doing my High Five Friday post. I'm super excited to share this week's 5 bullet points and also just kind of chat with you a little bit. I'm just gonna get right into it. Okay, I have a little cheat sheet, right? Okay. All right, so number one is the quote. The quote for this week is one of my coworkers. His name's INDI. He's a total badass. And we were talking, and he was telling me about something his coach used to tell him in high school, which is nothing to do it, but to do it. Or nothing to it, but to do it. And I honestly I love that. I had to write it down right there because I really believe that in anything you do, you just got to do it. So there's nothing to it but to do it. That's a quote for the week. The podcast I'm listening to is super inspirational. Again, another one of my coworkers, Santi, he linked me to this, and I've listened to it actually 3 different times. It's the Jordan, oh man, I'm going to blotch his name, the Jordan Harbinger show, but the specific episode is with Cathy Heller, and it's titled Being Creative in Spite of Your Day Job. And you should just listen to it. Everything about that whole podcast is just on point on being creative, doing different things and trying different things because you want to be better, because you're just pursuing your dream or whatever. It's just there's a lot of gold nuggets in this specific episode that it doesn't matter what you're doing, you'll be inspired by it, or at least I hope you will. So I'll link it in the notes. The music that's really getting me going and juicing this week is my friend Christian and Aaron. They're a DJ producer duo called X&G, and they just performed this last summer at Lightning in a Bottle, and so their set from that is linked, and it's just straight fire. I listen to it when I'm running, or if I'm working on a project that's gonna take me a while and I just need to feel energized. That's what I'm listening to. So yes, check them out, give them a follow. And now the main 2 things, and then a little bit extra I'll give you guys. Number one is something that I'm pondering, that I've been thinking about this week, and it's how do I give back to my community, which is you, the listener, the reader. And I really, really want to know, how do I give back to you? What can I do for you that might, help you out in one way or another? So please message me, drop me a comment, whatever it is, reach out to me, because I want to know how I can honestly help you in any way. I just want to give back because I've been feeling so much love lately, and I want to return that love. So first, thank you, and second, let me know what I can do for you. The 5th bullet point, which is super important, is what I'm working on right now. Every week I try to work on something a little bit more, because you always have to be improving on something. And so this week, there's a quote that I've listened to over and over and over. It's from Gary Vee, and he says, "Stop focusing on dumb shit." And for some reason, this week, it really hit home for me. And focusing on dumb shit to me is kind of a combination of a few different things. It could be just me scrolling on my own feed, my personal stuff, and then it's there's no point to it. So I think that's just focusing for me on the wrong shit, spending too much time on a project that's not going further than it needs to go. I think that's just for me, again, just focusing on the wrong stuff, and so that's just something I'm trying to be more aware of and work on, which is if I focus on the right things more and less on the other stuff, which makes total sense. But sometimes I just get caught, especially because I'm on social media all day. I just lose focus, and then it's just a waste of time. So yeah, stop focusing on dumb shit, and that can be applied to a whole bunch of different topics or whatever, but that's just the one thing that I wanted to share with you about it. And then the main kind of overall message for this week that I've really been thinking about is self-confidence. And the reason I wanted to share and talk a little bit about this is because I was featured on Inside K-Swiss's vlog, where I shared a little bit about my story. In fact, I'm here at their podcast room which if you haven't listened to him and subscribed, do it. Search him on iTunes, K-Swiss. Anyway, so confidence. I think it's contagious, and it's contagious because confidence is happiness, and confidence, to me, confidence is actually loving yourself enough to work on you and improve on things that make you better. Like, that's confidence, because it really takes confidence to be self-aware enough to know that you can improve on a lot of things, that you're awesome, that you're just as special as the next guy or the next person, the next gal. And I think that's so important, to start there, to love yourself enough to be willing to change something to make you a little bit better in whatever it is that you're doing. So that's kind of like the main key thing that I wanted to share, is confidence is happiness, and it's because you took the time or are taking the time to better improve you. So if you agree, let me know. My friend Jamie, I hope she sees this. She left me a little comment on Instagram and says that she disagrees, and that's totally fine too. You know, if you disagree, let me know why. If you agree, tell me why. So High Five Friday, week 36. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.